we're making this simple Christmas card that has this cool little flap, just a simple fun fold to make it super fun, just quick and easy, perfect for the holidays coming up. Hello everyone, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so excited for the holiday season. It's such a fun time to be crafting, making something handmade for somebody just to, I don't know, it just makes them feel extra special. The card that we're making today is a fun fold card, but it's a really easy fun fold card. So whether you need to make like a ton of handmade cards, or if you just want to make a couple, this is going to be just perfect. Now, you guys know I am such a thrifty crafter, so when I look for a Christmas holiday stamp set, I am also looking to how can I use this like throughout the year? Like I don't want to just use this for a month. So this set that I'm using today just fits the bill perfectly. So I'm excited to show you. We're going to make some holiday cards together, but then I'll show you a way to change it up to use it the rest of the year. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to be using the Humble Home Stamp and Punch Bundle. I absolutely love this set, but you're going to be able to use this same design with any stamp or die cut that you can use the reverse. These are actually two pieces that you flip over, so you'll need to be able to reverse your image if you're going to use this design. When I'm designing cards, I always like to start with my patterned paper. This is the Take a Bow patterned paper that is just those traditional holiday colors and with some great just polka dots, stripes, and other little designs. This paper was designed for the Take a Bow die that makes these awesome handmade dies, handmade bows for your gifts. And speaking of value, just like we're going to be able to use the Humble Home throughout the year, not just the holidays, the Take a Bow is the same way. This die, just use a different patterned paper and you can make bows all year round. I'll link the video I made in the description of this video, and I'll put it on my blog post too. All that to say, this paper is really versatile, and so that is what I'm using today. So I'm going to start out by showing you how to cut the paper. This part stresses me out because I hate to waste my pretty paper, so I always like to try to figure out the most efficient way to cut it to show you guys how to do it so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I make. I'll make the mistakes for you ahead of time. So you just need a 6x6 piece of paper to make the card and the matching envelope. So for your first cut, you're going to cut it at 3.5 inches. But if your paper has a pattern or a direction, this one doesn't, it can go anyway. But if it has a direction, you want it to be in portrait mode. Cut it at 3.5 inches. That is going to, my blade came out the end. I don't know if you know this, but in your paper trimmer, there's a little spot here where it's wider, and that's how you can take your blade out at the bottom to replace it. Anyway, we just made a cut at 3.5 inches. That leaves you this narrow strip and a thicker strip. The narrow strip save aside, we're going to make the matching envelope. For this piece, the 3.5 inch wide piece, you're going to rotate it horizontally now and cut it at 4 3/4. Let me double check myself. Yes, 4 3/4. This is going to go on the front of our card, and now you're left with this little strip, which you're going to rotate and cut at 2.5 inches. We're going to use this piece. This is scrap, or I am going to show you how to use this piece if you want to. You guys know I hate wasting paper. So anyway, all of the measurements for these cuts will be on my website, sunnydaystamping.com. It's linked in the description of this video. My email subscribers will get this print and make project sheet in my email. So if you're not on my email list and you want this, you can sign up using the link below. Or you can sign up on my website. If you're watching this video and it's past the time to get it for free, because it's only free for a week in my email, you can purchase it on my website. So let's go ahead and take care of these pieces of paper before I lose them. I am gonna set this one aside. We'll make the envelope later, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your card base. And so when you pick your designer series paper, just pick one of the colors in the designer series paper. It'll make it easy. It's gonna match perfectly. So now you're gonna just fold your card base and burnish it along that score line. I do want this card to be nice and flat, so I am gonna really rub this hard to make sure that stays down. I like to put a piece of paper over it so I can rub it real hard and not mar the paper at all. So now this is our card base, just a regular card base. Now you're going to have this little strip. The measurement is on my website with a score line because I can't remember. Okay, and now you're just going to fold it on that score line and burnish this little piece. This is going to be the kind of door flap piece. So now you're going to open up your card. This is going to be the inside of the card. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on here. So I'm just going to fold this back. Oh, one thing to note, don't put it too far in because you want this to be able to close, and you don't want it too close either because then it's just going to stand straight up like that. So you kind of want this fold line to be a little offset. Let me show you. So it's just a little bit outside of the card. It'll still fit in the envelope. So I lay mine out like this and I put a little glue. Just have this folded. I'll just put a little glue here. And we want to do this before we add anything to the inside of the card so that the inside layers will cover up, you know, the ugliness of this part. So make sure there's that little gap and then put it, just press it into place. You want it in the middle of your card. Let me double check myself. So now we can add our inside layer. So I'll do that real fast. So now we'll close this and we'll add the front layer. Again, I'm just using the same colors that are in my designer series paper. Now you kind of have to decide which side do you want facing up. I think I want to do these dots, and I'm actually going to glue that to here first. Now we'll add that to the front of the card. Last thing we want to do, we'll save this little piece. This one goes on the front, so you can decide which side you want it to be on. Oh, I cut that one wrong. I'm going to just trim off the edge of that a little bit. Yeah, that one needs to be 2 1/4. I think I said 2 1/2, so I'll make sure to change it on the project sheet. There we go. So we've got this great card base, which is going to be perfect for anything that we're going to add to it. So we're going to add a house to the front of our card, and we're going to use this punch to do it really quick and easy. We're actually going to need 2 because we're going to put one on the front and then the mirror on the back there. So for the example that we're going to use together, I'm going to use this stamp piece, but I've got some examples to show you using some of the other pieces. And then we're just going to choose one of the sentiments for the front of the card. When I'm using photopolymer stamps, which are the clear ones, they have no give to them at all. So I like to stamp on this Stamp and Pierce mat. So I'm going to just take these bricks and I'm going to stamp them right here. And then it comes with this little roof, which we are going to try to match up, even though my camera's in the way of my face. Let's see if I do it right. I'm going to try that one more time. But I'm going to get my head in the way. Oh no! I did bad even with my head in the way. Anyway, I will figure that out later. I actually did better with the one that I wasn't looking. So I think I'm trying too hard. I'm just going to punch this puppy out. I don't think it makes that much difference. So look how perfectly that fits in there. Just kind of line it up. I kind of press down a little bit with this to hold it in place. And then when I'm like, oh, that's not lined up right, I'm going to release the pressure and move it with this hand. And when I've got it just right, then I punch it out. So that is actually going to go on the inside of our card. So now we need one more that is just plain to go on the front. So we've got a mirror image. So for the house on the front, we are going to do this one, from our house to yours. Then we're going to bring this puppy back in and we're going to put some glue right here. And then you're going to just place this house right in the center of your card. Just double check that it's in the center before you commit to pressing that thing down into place. I actually am going to pull this out just a little bit. This is one reason why I like liquid glue, because I can move it. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to open this. So if this doesn't bother you, you don't need the second house, but it bothers me. Plus, I want to use my punch more. So I'm going to put glue. Actually, I'm going to put glue on this one. Around the edge, a little on that chimney. And now The tricky part, oh my, are you kidding me? I absolutely did this wrong. Hold up, hold up. Oh, good. It's not stuck. All right. I guess I get to redo this whole thing, and maybe I'll stamp this better this time. Give me a moment. Okay, we're back, and I figured out what my mistake was. You guys probably saw my mistake the whole time, and you didn't tell me. So these needed to be faced this one the right direction so I can flip this one as a mirror. Holy cow. Okay, now stamp my sentiment on the front. Next time you see me making mistakes, man, let me know. Okay, here we go. Now we're good. Now I'm just gonna I'm gonna speed this part up. You don't need to see me doing all this again. Okay, there we go. Now I did it right. So now we've got that on the front and this on the inside. But now we need to stamp a little something something on the inside. We've got this cutest little, tiniest little Merry Christmas. I like tiny things. And we're gonna just stamp that right here. I've got other examples to show you using the other elements in here, but this one we're just going to do the Merry Christmas. And then we're going to grab that punch again. We're going to grab that little tiny scrap of paper, and in the corner here is that little heart. And so we're going to put our paper just there and punch it and try to find it. There it is. Okay. So we're just going to pick it up, put a little tiny dab of glue on there, and then put it right. Oh, isn't that so cute? Oh no, it's crooked. Oh no, it's crooked. I don't like it to be crooked. Oh no, it's crooked again. Okay, there, got it. Solid. Now we'll glue this right on the inside of the card. You could also punch it out of this layer or out of a little other scrap that you have. Look how cute that is. From our home to yours, and then everybody can sign the inside. But let's fancy this up on the front just a little bit if you want. This is optional. Look at these absolutely adorable peppermints. These sold out like nobody's business. So when they come back into stock, they won't be in stock by Christmas, unfortunately, or for you to get them in time for Christmas, but you could definitely stock up for next year. Like, this is just so classic and just so cute. They come in the 3 different sizes. So I use the medium size there. And then I'm going to use the real red and white twine, and we're just going to tie a little bow over here. Just going to tie it like that. Then I'm going to tie it like in a knot again to hold it nice and tight. Then I'll tie my bow. It's so much easier to tie bows with the twine. I have a hard time with the ribbons, I think. No, I have a hard time with the twine too, but... So now just adjust the loops until they look just like you want them. Stop twisting, man. There we go. And then go ahead and trim off the excess. I like to keep it on my spool when I'm tying it because I hate to waste anything. There, isn't that so cute? Let me show you how to make the envelope, and then I'll show you all my other examples that'll give you ideas of different ways to do the inside of the card. So when I'm using designer series paper to decorate my envelope, I always grab my silicone craft sheet because I know I'm going to get glue everywhere, and it just gets on here and not on my work surface, and it actually rubs right off here. So now I take my envelope and I actually fold it back. I've got something stuck to me. I fold it back so I can really see that score line, because that is where I'm going to put my glue. I'm going to put it right up to that score line, get the edges of the envelope really good, and then in the middle like that. Now take your designer series paper, decide which side you want up. I think this side will be good. And you're going to line that up right along that score line. Don't go past it, but just line it right up on there. And then you got to find your bone folder. It's never where I want it to be. Now I take my bone folder and I just rub this gently across the top. This is squishing the glue out so it's in a nice thin line. And then turn it over and trim off the excess with your scissors. And now check this out when you fold it back under. It's perfectly, because you used the envelope flap as the guide and you've got this great set. Oh no, you can see I did not line it up perfectly there. Oh well, All right, so let me show you the inside of this card again, so then you can see the difference in the other cards. I used all the same, let me move this out of the way now, all the same designer series paper, from the same designer series paper pack. This heart is in that stamp set too. Oh, here, matching envelope. And then this one, I used the gingerbread. Let me get the stamp set. Where is it? Oh, here. Use the gingerbread stamp and then use Stampin' Blends to color this in. I used crumb cake and real red. And then on the inside, used that tiny wreath and colored that in as well. And then here's another, just from that same pack of paper, and did the same coloring of the gingerbread house. But I want to show you how to use this stamp set for something other than Christmas. So look at this. Change up your designer series paper. That is all. And then just use the different greetings. This one, I punched out the pink cardstock for the little heart because all of these greetings are in here. We've got thank you, welcome, like welcome, thank you for coming, welcome to your new home, or whatever. So many things, and just change up that designer series paper. The set is going to last you year round. The same thing with the Take a Bow die set. It just lasts you year round, holidays, and then every day. The Humble Home bundle that I used in this card is sold out. It has been so crazy popular. It's sold out at the moment, but should be back in stock on December 2nd. So you can check Stampin' Up, or you can reach out to me and I'll put you on a list to email you when that gets back in stock if you're interested in that. I put out a new card making video every Thursday. So next Thursday is the first Thursday of December. So that is my card template class. We'll be making 3 templates together. I'm going to show you how to use them to make quick and easy cards. So I'll see you here next Thursday. I hope you have a sunny day.